Good day, folks, and welcome to the IT Way. My name is Joan, and today we're going to configure flow preferences rules. This is done in the Cisco Meraki dashboard portal. What we're going to do is configure which uplink we want to use for specific traffic or applications. This can be useful when you have two uplinks in the MX and you want to choose one uplink for general traffic, another uplink for maybe guest traffic, for voice traffic, or specific traffic that you want to use just that uplink. In that way, you can have different options. You can select first what is going to be your primary uplink for all the default traffic, and then you can set up rules, kind of the ACL or firewall rules, put in the source, the destination, the port on both sides, even though the TCP UDP rules. With this implementation, you will have the solutions of particular traffic going to one specific uplink, and then particular traffic or all the default traffic going to the other uplink. This can be useful for the several applications, and it's up to you then to play around to have the most optimal path. So let's go to the dashboard and let's configure it. In this opportunity, we're going to configure the uplink preference, and we're going to set a default 1 and set a specific traffic going from the LAN side of one VLAN to the internet to use one particular WAN link. Here we're going to start with security and SD-WAN appliance status for us to see what are the status of the two uplinks. In this MX68CW, you can see that we have connected to internet. And here we're going to see the one public IP address for both uplinks. As well, if we go to uplink section, you're going to see all the private IP addresses with the DNS and the gateway. Now, based on our requirements, what we would like to do is have all the default traffic, all the traffic from all the clients as a default going to the 1.1, and just the guest traffic going to 1.2. To accomplish that, we will have to go to security and SD-WAN and traffic shaping. In this section, we're going to go to the uplink selection. We're going to select primary uplink as 1.1 because that's going to be all the default traffic to go to that route. We're going to create load balancing as disabled because we want to use all internet traffic. We use the primary uplink unless overridden by the uplink preference or if the primary uplink fails, and that's what we want in this case. And we're going to go to flow preferences and the internet traffic when I create a preference. In order to know what is the destination and the source as equal as the ports, we're going to have to go to security and SD-WAN. We're going to leave and try to find what is this guest VLAN. Here we know that the guest VLAN is 192.168.2.0/24. So we're going to go to SD-WAN and traffic shaping again. Add a preference. That's going to be the source. The source port is going to be any because we want any traffic to go, and the destination will be any as well. The protocol that we're going to use is any, and the preferred uplink is going to be 1.2. With this option, it means that all the traffic coming from the guest VLAN to any destination will use the preferred uplink as 1.2. The same thing we're going to create for any traffic or any VLAN that you want. You can select traffic particular TCP UDP and particular for one IP or set of IP ranges to any set of IP ranges. This can be useful if you know that your web server is located in one particular public IP address. You can select that the internal traffic or internal clients going through that particular web server will go for one specific uplink. As well with the VoIP traffic, if you know that the VoIP traffic of the uplink number 2 is most suitable for your VoIP traffic, you can select what is the VoIP VLAN or the VoIP subnet, and the destination will be the cluster servers where you have your VoIP. And that way you can select this particular one link that is most suitable for your VoIP traffic. After that, we can save it And there you have it. And that's how you configure the flow preference in the Cisco Meraki dashboard for the Security Appliance MX. In this case, we select just this specific option, and in the later videos, you're gonna see all the other options for like traffic shaping, DSCP tags, even SD-WAN policies for our VPN tunnel traffic. So that's how you configure it in the Meraki way. See you on the next one.